Dee Dee's mother leads the jungle rangers deep into the forest, navigating through dense trees. Up ahead, Henry sits trembling on a tree branch, fear written all over his face. As the rangers approach him, they motion for him to come down. "There's a terrifying bear here," Henry says in a trembling voice. The rangers respond, "You shouldn't describe animals like that. They are usually quite peaceful. But it attacked me and Dee Dee," Henry insists. One of the rangers replies, "You must have fed it something." Dee Dee's mother, now worried, asks, "Where is Dee Dee, Henry?" Fear overtakes Henry's eyes. The bear took Dee Dee with it. Suddenly, a whisper-like sound echoes through the jungle. From behind the leaves, a monstrous shadow emerges. The rangers quickly scan their surroundings, but before they can react, the bear lunges at lightning speed and, within moments, grabs Peter in its powerful claws and drags him away. The jungle, now engulfed in eerie silence, carries only Henry's muffled screams. Now the question is, will Peter survive the bear? Or is this jungle hiding an even darker secret? Fear loomed everywhere. The ranger looked at the boy and shouted loudly, "Open the door!" The boy panicked. His hands were trembling. Outside the door, the bear stood, its mouth covered in blood. As soon as the door opened, the ranger fired a shot. But a terrible mistake was made. The bullet didn't hit the bear, it hit the boy instead. He slowly collapsed to the ground, blood spreading all around. His friend was devastated. His closest friend had just died before his eyes. The ranger looked at the boy and said, "Close the door quickly, and stay absolutely silent. The bear is still here." A deep silence filled the room. Then suddenly, from the roof, the bear's whispering sound was heard. A strange, slow, and terrifying sound. The boy stood by the door, drenched in sweat. His heart was pounding, but he didn't realize. Suddenly, a powerful hand emerged from behind the door, and the bear grabbed him in a swift motion. A scream echoed through the air, and then there was only silence. Now the question is, what did the bear truly want? And will anyone survive now? An ambulance stops outside the ranger's house. Upon seeing the scene inside, a look of panic spreads across the doctor's face. There is a body lying on the ground, and a river of blood is visible. The doctor slowly looks toward the ranger, whose hand is holding a shiny pistol. "Did you kill the boy?" the doctor asks with a suspicious gaze. Before the ranger can answer, another boy steps forward. His heart is pounding loudly. Slowly, he opens the door, and then another body is seen. The scene before his eyes is filled with blood and death. The boy screams, "Sit!" At that moment, the doctor's eyes fall on the bear. The boy immediately closes the door. Beth turns to the ranger. "The bear is here." Her voice is filled with panic. But as soon as she says that, the bear violently breaks the door down. Beth grabs the ranger's hand and runs toward the ambulance. Behind them, the bear is attacking Tom. Tom quickly tries to grab a knife, but the bear is so fast that Tom's hand doesn't even reach it. But at that moment, the bear's attention shifts to a bag. This was an opportunity. Tom immediately runs away from there, but the bear starts chasing after the ambulance. Inside the ambulance, only screams echo, and before anyone knows it, the bear bursts into the ambulance. The ranger is forcefully thrown out. Now only Tom is left, but the bear's night was far from over. In a split second, Tom is attacked. Blood splatters everywhere, and Tom is killed. The ambulance crashes into a tree, and Beth also dies. The jungle falls back into silence. But the question is, was this all just a horrific accident? Or was the bear of the jungle not just an animal, but something more? A bear is lying on top of a man. The young boy, filled with fear, looks at the scene and says in a low voice, "The man under the bear is not moving. I think he's dead." But suddenly, the man opens his eyes. He is still alive. A man standing in front immediately starts saying, "Check the bear's nerves." As soon as its condition is examined, it is discovered that the bear is still alive. The people are still talking among themselves when the bear suddenly wakes up. Its gaze falls on a box of cocaine lying on the ground. It immediately picks up the box and starts eating. An officer quickly steps forward and shouts, "Stop the bear from eating the cocaine." But it is too late. The bear begins to get high. A strange gleam appears in its eyes, and its body starts moving slowly. Suddenly, it stands up and begins to play with the boy standing in front of it. Now the question is this just a prank? Or is the bear trying to hide its hunger? Will this boy become its prey too? The influence of the jungle. A mother, searching for her daughter Dee Dee, reaches a deep cave. The darkness is thick, but her heart is only saying one thing. Where is my daughter? When her gaze falls inside the cave, she sees two small bear cubs. They look cute, but also unfamiliar. The mother stops to look at them, but just then, Mom! A faint scream echoes. A sparkle appears in the mother's eyes. Finally, she finds Dee Dee. Her heart starts beating with full force, and she hugs her daughter tightly. Dee Dee, crying, apologizes to her mother. Please forgive me, Mom. It was all my fault. The mother pats her head. Everything will be okay, dear. But just then, the bear also arrives. The mother, Henry, and Dee Dee panic. But when they see the bear cubs moving forward, they too slowly start following behind them. The jungle becomes denser, the air is wrapped in cold, but then suddenly, a beautiful waterfall appears before them. The water sparkles in the light. Everyone, seeing this scene, forgets everything for a moment. The fear, the jungle, the bears, everything. But then, some people arrive there. They are searching for the cocaine bear. As they walk through the jungle, they find a bag lying on the ground. When they open it, they discover boxes full of cocaine. A girl picks up one of the boxes and says, "This is enough, we should leave here now." But an old man steps forward, and there's a strange greed gleaming in his eyes. "No," he says in a low but firm voice. "We need to find more cocaine."
एकदम रीच की दहाड़ गूंजती है। सभी लोग उसकी आवाज सुनकर डर जाते हैं। माँ घबराहट के बावजूद फैसला करती है, बच्चों को लेकर पानी में कूदने का वक्त आ गया है। चलो, माँ जोर से चिल्लाती है। वो और बच्चे बिना सोचे समझे तेजी से झरने की ओर दौड़ते हैं और एक के बाद एक गहरे पानी में कूद जाते हैं। दो और आदमी जो अब तक सोच रहे होते हैं, वे भी पानी में कूदने का फैसला करते हैं। लेकिन फिर बूढ़ा आदमी रीच की ओर बंदूक उठाता है। अगर ये रीच फिर भी जिंदा रहा तो कोई नहीं बचेगा। वो नफरत से चिल्लाता है। धीना, गोलियां चलती हैं और रीच जोर से गिर जाता है। बूढ़ा आदमी अब आराम से कोकीन का बैग खींचने लगता है, लेकिन एकदम बैग से कोकीन निकलकर रीच पर गिर जाती है। एक पल के लिए जंगल एकदम खामोशी में डूब जाता है। रीच फिर से हरकत करना शुरू कर देता है और एकदम वो फिर से उठ खड़ा होता है। बूढ़ा आदमी होश और हवस खो बैठता है। ये कैसे मुमकिन है? उसकी आवाज कांप रही होती है। रीच अब भूखे शिकारी की तरह उसकी ओर बढ़ता है। एक झटके में वो बूढ़े आदमी पर हमला कर देता है। आदमी जोर जोर से चिल्लाता है, नहीं, मुझे मत खाओ। लेकिन रीच और उसके बच्चे अब रुकने वाले नहीं होते। खून के छींटे हर तरफ उड़ते हैं और जंगल एक बार फिर खामोश हो जाता है।